From the previous album, from Little Dragon, the album Machine Dreams, and that's Runabout, one of my favourite tracks of last year, no doubt about it. And I have with me Yukimi, Nagano, and Erik, Bodin, and Fred Wallin from said band. Promised you all morning. Good morning to all of you. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just explain a little bit about the background of the band and that creative process.
Well, we are a bunch of kids who, now we're growing up, of course, slowly.
Yes.
But, we just had fun. We kind of met and connected because of our passion to the same kind of music, and that vibe has been following us all the time. So when we make music, it's like a little search for something new or...
What was the love then that actually, the music that you love that joined you together then? What sort of influences then were happening?
I think when we met, we were still discovering a bunch of music, and we still are. But I think definitely there was kind of like from the soul side, like.
So I've read about Chaka Khan and Prince that you were fancied as well when you were younger.
Yeah, definitely. We had those in common, and I think like pop artists as well that we love to get. Like I know me and Fred listen to like Björk and.
Yes.
Back in the days. Yeah.
Back in the days, yeah. And we're still looking for, curious. We stay curious about music, want to find new stuff.
What's sort of influencing you now?
We started to try to write a little bit on the road. We haven't really done that before.
Okay.
So I think you kind of, as much as you sort of, when you're on the road, you're away from home so long, and you really kind of romanticize being in the studio and miss it so much, and then you get home, you feel a little bit shocked because maybe you feel like the first week you're just writing a bunch of crap ideas. And so I think it's good to, stay creative on the road, with writing new material, because it kind of, it reminds you about what it's like, and that we just write a bunch of ideas. It's not so planned.
How do you do that? Because I know some bands in the past have used the sound check to sort of develop ideas because they're together, but you're under the focus now. It's not like it's a private affair anymore. Do you write, like, is it hotel rooms or planes? Is it on a computer? Is it a notebook, guitar? What do you do?
Yeah, whatever we can get our hands on.
It's been a lot of hotel rooms.
It's computers.
I've seen Fred jamming out on the plane. Not so much maybe at sound check, because everyone produces, so it starts on an individual sort of corner, and then develops as a group thing.
Yes. Have you had any pressure from people to say, get this producer in, try to shape the sound in a different way?
We did in the past, but I think,
it's gone now.
We were kind of lucky because we feel more confident now to be able to say that, we've gotten here because we haven't compromised our sound, and we kind of know who we are. And if the connection is there and it feels like the right thing to do between us, then that would be one thing, but not for the sake of just doing it because...
Yes. I know that Big Boy has expressed and Andre 3000 expressed his like of what you do. The American thing, is that's sort of grown exponentially, hasn't it? You've become quite successful there?
Yeah, I think, that's where we kind of got the first love from anywhere, I would say. Like, I had a good promotion from some radio stations in LA. And that was like the first sold-out show was in LA as well.
Yeah.
So, we're feeling the love.
Going from crowds of 10 people in Galway, Ireland, to sold out LA.
Yes. It
was like, maybe this is the place we should go and play at,
So that it definitely must have affected your writing and recording process. This touring, the demand by courtesy of popularity must have its effect.
I think that it affects you, but I think that what probably influences the music more is kind of maybe something that we're not aware of, but it's more just traveling and seeing things and being influenced by new sounds, seeing a bunch of new bands, that you stumble upon, whatever, festivals, whatever, and just feeling inspired.
Yeah, it's a smorgasbord, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much stuff. And Yukimi, I did mention off air, your collaboration with Raphael Sadiq is one of my favourite singers and producers. How did that come about?
Well, he contacted us, and so it's actually, all of the collaborations we've done lately have been Little Dragon collaborations.
Yes.
But, he was inspired by our music. He loved Machine Dreams, and, we were obviously thrilled because I've been listening to Lucy Pearl and Tony, and, really admire him as a musician. what he did with D'Angelo and everything. So
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, we were real excited and up for it, and sort of as we do these days, send files over via internet and
So,
try to jam out.
so most of these you don't actually meet in person.
Well,
before you do it?
We actually didn't meet with that collaboration. We didn't meet until afterwards. We visited his studio and we're like, he came to our show, but
Yes.
But yeah, I think we had one conversation on the phone and then started sending things.
Fred or Erik, who would you like to work with? I mean, I know that you're pretty much you don't need anybody, but who would you like to work with if you had a shot at it?
If Yukimi got lost, you mean? Or?
No, I mean all together. Maybe you could do a duet.
yeah. Oh. I mean, we met this guy Ten Snake.
Ten Snake, yeah, because he's done a remix of your work, hasn't he?
Yeah, he made such a nice remix, and we got to know him now. Also, I think that sometimes you have a lot of ideas of names, but you don't really know how they are as people. But you know, like.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like you. There's so many artists that you love, but you might not necessarily want to work with them just because you love them. It's kind of like
but what you describe means that you don't have to meet them necessarily straight up. You can actually do the process via the net if you really want to work with them and not know them.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you. I don't want to meet you. Just
Love your music. Don't come anywhere near me.
Exactly.
Fantastic. What happens next? Is this you still touring, or you going back home to do more writing and recording?
It's full on.
Full on, is it?
Till December, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
and writing in between, hotel rooms, planes, all that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. We love the album here at FBI. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank
Thank you.
Little Dragon.